Hi everyone and welcome to this first episode of our Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games Legacy Series. As you can see, I'm outside the arena in Birmingham, one of the venues that have hosted the Games. So from creative campaigns, film, volunteering, all the way through to live events, we have enjoyed every minute of this partnership. And we're proud of all the work that we've put into making this great historical event happen. But what goes into making all of this happen? Well, let's go back to where it all began, shall we?
The host of the 2022 Commonwealth Games will be Birmingham.
When we first heard that the Games were coming to Birmingham, it was a no-brainer. We had to get involved.
It was a significant moment in time for the West Midlands and for us as an organisation that's heritage and roots are in the Midlands.
They wanted to look at local businesses first. They claim to be the most sustainable games. We've got a big sustainability track record. We've got a huge facility here just outside Birmingham that covers every one of the multiple channels of creative communications.
The Commonwealth Games is such an iconic and exciting brand in terms of what they stand for. The partnership really allowed us to showcase the best of what we do.
We had to sort of think in a very creative, innovative way to support them in communicating and working with their teams. Really, that's what the Commonwealth Games is about. We came up with two kind of core elements of our messaging. Let's Own the Moment, which was for our external audience, and internally for our people, which was Own It. Let's Own the Moment was kind of born out of three core DRPG values, so trust, belief and passion.
We brought Commonwealth Games and the DRPG brands together from using their shapes, our colouring, and where we could kind of tie the two in so it was us together.
Then internally it was about owning it, so what we wanted to do is allow our people to feel that ownership of their projects, of each other. For our clients and for the athletes, it's obviously about quality, about the experience, and about creativity ultimately for us as a business.
I'm now outside DRPG's headquarters, just outside Birmingham in Hartlebury, in front of our incredible studio complex. Did you know that the Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games mascot, Perry the Bull, was born in these very studios? And the uniform for the Commonwealth Games collective members was revealed here too. Well, let's go inside and see where all that magic happened.
We've done around 7 live projects for the Commonwealth Games in the period that we've worked with them in the 2 years. The Mascot Summit was actually the first of its kind.
COVID was still rife. We couldn't have a face-to-face event. So this was the first time globally this was done virtually.
We need you to be mascot makers. Now, this means we need your help to tell us what you think the Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games mascot should be like.
So our task was to come up with a backstory of that mascot, but a story that will enable other children to produce their own mascots and submit that in a competition which the eventual mascot will be made from. And all of those elements needed to tie into Birmingham specifics or Birmingham centric.
And it's also an opportunity to engage children and audiences and create some excitement about the Games.
We had 50 children dial into a number of different sessions to do just that, comment on what they think they wanted the mascot to be.
What was really, really great for us was how engaged the children were.
And it was really wonderful to see how that then got translated through to the design of Perry, who we all know and love today as the mascot for the Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games.
So amongst all those things that we've been working on with the Commonwealth Games, one of those was a really wonderful broadcast around women in sport.
I think we had about literally 2 weeks to turn this around. We were broadcasting on their live Facebook pages and YouTube pages, and essentially we had a number of different athletes, some in the studio, some all around the world.
We'd interview some of the sports people that are involved in the Games and just really get to the crux of how important women are in sport. So the 1 year to go activation was all about 365 days until the Games were to take place.
The brief was to take over Centenary Square in central Birmingham and create a bit of a sports expo, create a media moment for the press to shout about the Commonwealth Games, to encourage ticket sales. Birmingham 2022 really wanted this to be a physical event. We were just coming out of the pandemic and they hadn't really made a big splash in and around the community for a number of months because of the restrictions. And they wanted to create that sense of celebration that only really an in-person event could do.
It was a wonderful celebration of the games, of the sports themselves, and it gave families, children, kids, everybody an opportunity to get involved with the games and really understand why the games are important to Birmingham and obviously to the country.
Hello and a very warm welcome to the Birmingham 2022.
One of the last things that we did was a broadcast which was for all of the volunteers that are critical to delivering an amazing games event. So we did the orientation broadcast to 14,000 volunteers and we took them through what was going to happen for the games. We got them excited. We had lots of celebrity endorsements to bring to life the experiences.
They'd all received their roles in the post and now it was time to give them a little bit of more information on what the next 3-4 months would look like for them. We had a number of different presenters, including Sir Chris Hoy and Colin Jackson.
The key part of the orientation broadcast was the bit that everybody was the most excited about, which was the uniform reveal. And so for us, we created a wonderful film to reveal that, but also a fashion show where we brought that to life through the broadcast to our audiences.
The live events team and the film team come together very closely on this because there was a lot of film that was required to really tell this story.
It's been brilliant to work with just a really expert crew. It's been that sort of roller coaster piece, but I think just how we've been able to work so closely together and just see the progress that we've made. DRPG have been world class to work with, so it's been a really fun project.
Thanks for watching this first episode. Join us next time at the Queen's Baton Relay, where we'll be talking to one of our baton bearers, and you'll also hear about some of the amazing volunteer work that we've been involved with thanks to the Commonwealth Games.